Hey guys, so welcome back and thanks for joining me for episode 3 of this season 1 of Interview with the Vampire. I'm a little frazzled right now. I thought I broke my computer. I set my phone up there on top of the lid of the laptop. I'm using it as a tripod and I leaned it forward to get a better view and it fell down. The screen went black. Crisis averted, I think. I just rebooted it and it updated and seems to be okay. Anyway, I'm going to try to keep my intro a little bit short. I didn't realize I talked for like 4 minutes last time. Average watch time on my videos, skip through rate is only about 3 minutes. I do hope some people are watching all the way through. You'll see a couple little, I've been doing a little bit of pop culture cuts. Whenever I think something is, I don't know, makes me, oh my gosh, I can't talk today. Reminds me of a bit of a pop culture reference. Anyway, I think it's cute, funny. It's not my normal editing style, but they're fun to throw in there. Yeah, so that's that. I guess we'll get to this episode 3. Again, thanks for all the views and the likes, and let's keep this momentum going, shall we? The second video didn't do quite as good as the first, but I still thank those that have about 50% decided to stick around and continue to watch with me. So on that note, let's get to episode 3. Also, not quite sure outside what's creating this red cast through the window. It must be someone's car. No matter. The video's gonna be over anyway. It's my very nature, that of the devil. Oh, is.
There's a column in here about the history of this lovely square. It says that the man who designed it did so after the Place de Vosges in Paris. The Louisiana Purchase was signed here.
Say anything about how they used to take runaway slaves, cut their heads off, and pike them on the iron gates as a warning?
I'm only halfway through it.
Of course.
Say we come upon a murderer planting a flower bed thinking only of flowers. How long do we wait before his bloody deeds reveal themselves?
You said you would try.
What's that I hear? Ah yes, it's the angel of starvation passing over us. Well, go on. Here's your criminal biscuit. See how it tastes.
Hilarious.
Eat. If your reason or his heart fails us.
No, not the kitty. Not that the poodles were any better in the movie, or the fox in the last episode, but why the kitty?
I don't want to kill people anymore. There it is.
A fish that doesn't swim. A bird refusing flight. I fear for the feline population of New Orleans.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's not so much the minute details, Louis, rather the total rewrite that's giving me pause here. I mean, 1973.
He was a sow's ear out of which nothing fine could be made. I was his complete superior, and I had been sadly cheated in having him for a teacher.
2022.
It was a cold winter that year, and Lestat was my coal fire.
San Francisco.
He appeared frail and stupid to me, a man made of dried twigs with a thin, carping voice.
Dubai.
I had never allowed myself to feel emotionally close to anyone, much less a man. Lestat had surrounded me. The version we speak of now is the more nuanced portrait.
Or the more rehearsed. I mean, usually when you're a little too close to it, the abused still loves the abuser. But you flipped it completely on its head.
I'm not a victim.
50 years later, you talk like he was your soulmate.
Half a century.
I was gonna say, because time changes,
Allow
changes
me
you.
my odyssey.
And maybe it does become a little bit more romanticized as years go by.
Now Now who's performing?
Round and back.
Now he's having dinner delivered.
Frolicking repeated itself every night.
1917
for 2 weeks.
DoorDash.
Anything that wards off the dullness of the everlasting road we walk. The pleasures of the flesh. Pleasures of the kill. For me. Pleasures of the good book by the fire for you.
I can smell her on you.
From time to time, I like a little variety.
Didn't we have this conversation last episode?
There. I said it. We're communicating so much better now, no?
I mean, so do I, but you still have to have permission from your partner.
So I can fuck whoever I want.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, there we go. We've now laid out the
Of course.
poly rules.
As long as you come home to me.
Ordinance 4118. I could Google it.
As Ashley would say,
Hastily
you could
composed
get it.
attempt by the city to segregate Storyville. It required that all prostitutes of colored or black race move their business across Canal Street.
You diddled the man's money and he bought himself an end around.
Feel like a boot on my neck.
He's one man on a council of 17, Louis.
Maybe he's still sideways because I turned down his 15%.
There's a gentleman asking for you, Mr. Dulac. A man in uniform.
Showing him bacon.
How long has it been?
Damn, forever. Told Grace you wouldn't remember me.
Of course I remember. You were listening.
You could have noticed someone was playing.
Oh,
Done all right.
done all right. You want all this? Sign me up for done all right.
You ever think about those old days when we were a kid? How long you here for?
I bet you do.
Just trying to figure out what we're
He's a
doing
living
with this,
Louis.
like,
There's nothing
Conversation
easy about
with
my
his
life,
old
I'll tell
friend.
you that.
And most of why I signed up is I kept hearing something about something they call European sensibilities. They care less what you look like or who you looking at.
But we kind of have this agreement.
One of those you can drive out to the bayou kind of agreements.
is he gonna be able to stop or not bite him, I wonder? What the heck is he doing?
Many streets in New Orleans weren't paved at the time. The mud on his boots could have come from anywhere.
Was it raining that night?
Yeah, I got someone.
No ring on your
Don't
finger.
tell me.
Not a woman.
Did it rain?
Yeah, I got someone.
Oh, now we're talking about the forgetting of memory details.
I don't remember now. It could have been dry in the bayou and wet in the quarter. It's Louisiana.
The Odyssey of Recollection.
Seeing my invitation got lost in the mail.
You want to come around, you come around when people are awake.
I didn't come here to see you, Louis. Came here to see
They're afraid of
Grace.
you.
Get
That's
the
why
girls.
you didn't get
Some
an invite.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
What did I tell y'all? There he is.
Grace.
Get out!
You have a feeling he's not gonna see her again. Or at least, maybe until she's old. Like a buffet, but instead.
I brought them back after they cut the electricity at the Azalea. What? Miss Bricktop wanted you to have this.
I think she's on to us.
Uh-oh. Close until a little nervous.
Get him out of here.
Well, now that I know you have a type, I thought you'd be pleased.
Let's start.
Mass mind control? He just uses Jedi powers?
What can I say? I'm a lot. I'm not perfect.
I know.
I knew you were there.
Yes.
You jealous?
Yes. I don't like sharing.
What about Antoinette?
It's different. I don't have feelings for her.
You watched the whole thing like some creeper.
And then I watched you pull over and drain a dog and run down an alleyway for 2 more rats. This is not a life.
That's because you took my life. I got nothing. I lost everything. How am I supposed to get bodies in the door without hookers, hoocher cards?
Hey, you were given a courtesy and you ignored it. We're all in this together, Mr. Dulac. I'll be happy to buy the property back from you. Say, 15 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
I'm gonna speak for the girls and say as minority owners, that's a stupid fucking business plan.
This state I was in, I was manic.
And as for their concern,
Rats, cats, dogs would no longer suffice.
Baton Rouge supports the actions of the city
Knew that was
council as
coming.
well.
Take a black man in America, make him a vampire, fuck with that vampire, and see what comes of it.
That didn't even startle me. I didn't even see him show up there.
Breaking into my home is one thing. Making me drop my attitude. Now that's a new blow. Flying too close to the sun. And that's what I am, Louis.
The sun?
The sun.
Okay.
Walk away.
This isn't gonna end well.
I'll let you reload.
I'll let you reload. Oh, oh Jesus.
You said I'm arrogant?
I didn't even watch that one. I just heard it.
arrogant. What are you? I'm a vampire.
Oh Jesus. Oh God. Some Hannibal Lecter stuff right there.
I must confess, I'm very proud of you, Louis. It goes against much of my teaching, but you managed to execute it with such aplomb.
I did it for my city, my people. Destroy our businesses and buy the land for cheap. I know what they're doing.
So that torturous death was for your people? That garish display of his body like some public art piece was for your people?
I didn't see this coming.
Save that life for yourself. Did you not smile when he begged? Did you not feel pleasure as you carved him up?
Maybe you saw it coming and didn't stop me. Maybe you went quiet on purpose.
You did what you did because it gave you pleasure.
I ran from the quarter that night. Ran to where the violence spread most wild. I stumbled through the streets
maybe
like
we'll
an
find one in the
irrational
Claudia.
child who had
Maybe
tested
that's
his
all.
strength on a small bird. One of those inconceivable moments where who you were before and who you will be forever after is marked in time. I could not save the Azalea. I could not save Storyville, but I could save her. My Claudia. My redemption.
And there it is. Alright, as hopefully I expected, Claudia would be showing up soon. Yeah, that was kind of shitty what all the white city council people did. I guess it was to be expected. I don't know. Maybe I had a false sense of security that Louis was going to do okay, and the only reason that they were going to have to eventually, you know, burn the place down and leave was just because they got found out, either now or after Claudia. But yeah, that was definitely one way to turn the story, I guess, and make it work. This episode had a little bit more than the last one, I think. I was definitely more engaged. It went by faster. in the beginning it was a little slow. There wasn't like, I mean, there was kind of a lot going on. Like, it advanced the story pretty good. I give it credit for that. I pretty much said what I wanted to say during the show. That's what I'm going to keep trying to do, so I don't have to do like long outros and blah blah blah. People probably don't sit around and even pay attention or listen, but anyway, it's neither here nor there. But anyway, the one thing that the show is starting to do, I've obviously not forgotten about the main source and where the story came from, but as I get a bit more engrossed in this story, I'm not doing as many comparisons, and if I am, I'm not doing them out loud. Obviously, I've already talked about Claudia, and I think I did watch something about Interview recently that I thought she was only supposed to be like 8 or 9 in the movie, but I think maybe she's supposed to be closer to 12. So if in this one she's only supposed to be like 15, I guess that's not that big of a jump, but from where the original source material came from, the fact that Anne basically wrote this whole novel as a way to process her grief, that I guess I didn't know for sure. I knew that Claudia was meant to be Michelle, and a way to make her story live on eternally. I didn't realize that this writing, she had been writing for a little bit, but nothing was working out. Nobody was purchasing anything of hers. But then her and Christopher's daughter died, and so this is pretty much just a grief coping mechanism. And look what it's led into. All these books, all this universe. Mayfair Witches is coming out next January? Next winter, or this coming winter. I haven't done a reaction to it yet. Maybe I'll do that next. So be on the lookout for that. I'm done rambling. If anyone is even still here, if you are still here, leave me a comment. Comment that Lestat could get it, and we'll see. So thanks for joining me again. I will see you next week for episode 4. And then we got 2 more Halloween movies for this October. Dad and I are reacting to. Those will be up this coming Saturday and the following Saturday. Doctor Sleep ended up not working out. I haven't made a video on that yet. I might make a short one just to explain all that. So, again, join me next time, and thanks for watching.